adhering on holiday. Over the course of the next several weeks, a fair proportion of us in here will end up going on holiday, myself included. And for most of those people, their eating perhaps during that week won't be quite the same as it is when they're back home. They'll probably exercise less. Not always, sometimes it affords us opportunity to do better in those areas, but for most of us it won't be quite the same. And I get that, that's perfectly normal. And holidays are there to be enjoyed. I wouldn't expect people to be eating in massive deficits on the majority of holiday situations. However, as I mentioned yesterday, when talking about challenging that dichotomous thinking, all or nothing, black or white mindset, that doesn't mean we have to go completely to the opposite end of the spectrum. That doesn't mean we need to do stuff that maybe we marginally enjoy more, but overall will lead to a net loss in our happiness and enjoyment levels. We can just go somewhere in between. We can just eat and drink more, perhaps than we would do at home, but use a degree of restraint to that, to make some tactical choices around meals that are relatively easy to do so. Maybe cut down on breakfast, maybe have a few light lunches, maybe make some lower calorie alcohol related choices to massively reduce the impact. From my experience, holidays are the most damaging to our health and fitness and weight loss targets when we just decide to go absolutely mental, when we just throw any self-regulation out the window, when we use the justification of it's all paid for already, it's all inclusive. And as I often say to that, if I offered you 100 quid to gain a stone or £5, you wouldn't take it. So why do that in order to get marginally better value out of a number of £100 that you've already spent? Again, it doesn't make sense when put to questioning. A few little tactics you can use if you are an all-inclusive: just decide to limit yourself to one plate. Fill that plate up as much as you like, but realistically you're not going to do as much damage by one fairly filled plate as you are if you go back repeatedly. Maybe if you're eating out a lot, just check ahead, Google the menu, make some better choices than you could do. Don't reduce your enjoyment, but if there's a couple of options there that you enjoy give or take equally and one contributes half the calories, the one that contributes half the calories will lead to you enjoying that holiday in the weeks after it more. So again, I get it. It's not going to be perfect from a nutrition perspective. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be a holiday. You're supposed to enjoy it. And that may include eating more and drinking more than we do when we're at home. But it doesn't have to go completely to the opposite end of the spectrum. There is a choice somewhere in between.